We're
Welcome
going back.
to Justice for All, Part 56, starring yours truly, Shelley the Killer.
Thank you. Miss Andrews!
Oh boy.
Your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie!
No.
Dun dun dun.
That was as fragile as your glasses. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly,
You know, Phoenix, you're gonna have to pay for those.
that you are the real killer! Not if she's in jail, I don't.
Dot.
Also, her.
No!
Leaves. No.
No. Ding. It
No.
looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light.
Jesus.
Not. Our glasses are back on for some
The
reason.
defendant, Mr. Battlegard, is not guilty after all.
Damn right I'm not!
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Because I'm right and you're wrong. I'm big, you're small.
There's nothing you
Miss
can do about
Andrews,
it.
try to have some composure.
Composure. Oh.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you.
It wasn't me.
Eyes.
Well, looks like it's about that time where the defense rests its case.
It was Matt, I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
Have any evidence?
Evidence that you didn't plant?
Well, fuck you too then.
But you were the one who refused to testify.
Yeah, remember that whole thing in the final chapter case of the last game, where you can't testify after you say you're not going to?
Well, yeah, and that's with a chief police. It's even more worse for you when you're a civilian.
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance.
Poor girl.
Poor girl. Well, she is a girl who manipulated the crime scene, and for all we know, is trying to get an innocent man found guilty of a crime he did not
Exactly
commit.
are you hiding that may incriminate you? Speak now!
Or forever hold your peace.
Dot.
I'm waiting.
She's going red ring of death.
I refuse to testify.
Well, fuck.
And she's not helping herself.
Well, I guess that's it for me then.
Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Battlegard's innocence has clearly been demonstrated.
Whew, it's been a tough battle, but we
When he's
finally
acting-
made it.
Only his acting skills could be demonstrated so easily.
Is it over?
No.
Have we
Never over, Phoenix.
have we found the truth out at last? I mean, we've had the corner theme, we've had the ultimate point of breakdown. I think we might actually be here at the end.
What's wrong, Phoenix?
It seems too easy. And usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt.
Yeah.
Phoenix, just because the game behaves in a certain way, when it doesn't happen, doesn't automatically mean it's wrong, yeah?
I know. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Okay, yeah, a bit of a continuity error here, which they thankfully fixed in the 3DS trilogy. For some reason, the localizers weren't given the memo to, make reference to Rise of the Ashes. Your Honor, the prosecution feels it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. Again, it's a nitpick that's bugged me, and one thing I am glad that the 3DS trilogy fixed.
What?
The reason is quite simple. For one, I actually care about the truth now. Oh, and two, this witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
No, she didn't speak the absolute truth. I hate people say it like that. The absolute real truth? What are you... Oh, yeah, I guess I hate stuff like that. Oh, no, this is the real one this time, I swear.
The real
Yes.
Ace Attorney starts from here.
Hey, guys, I swear, it won't get delayed again. For reals this time. Wink.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Oh my god, when you think about it, KJ Inafune is like a typical witness on Ace Attorney. Oh, I'm telling the truth for sure. And then breakdown at the end. But as long as you protect yourself for your silence,
Oh, so yeah, it is
God
like
will
Inafune,
go
yeah.
free. And in his place, oh my god, yeah! You will become the guilty party, just like KJ Inafune switched personas with Capcom.
That's...
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
Sorry, honey, but my number 9 did turn out to be crap. What?
I was told if I spoke,
Oh gee, that sounds fucking familiar.
if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
The wisdom of Franziska von Karma. A prosecutor who's already lost twice to me, mind you.
Is there, Jovah, when the shipping starts?
That was a previous part, actually.
Sorry folks, I read this from vodka-inducing stuff.
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
You know, when you think about it, had Mr. the Killer not shot Franziska, Franziska would have been the prosecutor, and we would have won because Franziska would have
It's
been too
Franziska von
bullheaded to
Karma.
have Adrian actually speak up about this.
Don't you remember, Phoenix?
Remember what, bitch?
I shouldn't have to tell you. That's not my job.
Really? God forbid if you actually do something useful.
Mind the Portuguese with me, Mia, although he does have a point.
Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
You just got
You
to
just
believe.
gotta believe.
Yeah.
You know me, instead of listening to you, I could go up to a Chinese restaurant and eat fortune cookies. They say the exact same thing as you, except they're delicious.
Actually, I think fortune cookies are more useful.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I missed the part.
I mean, I'm not getting me wrong. The message that they give are useless, but at least they're tasty.
Yeah, but you get nothing. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, Matt and God will be,
Bound
blah blah blah. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging on to them. And I'm reading this as Miss Andrews.
Then what should we do?
I don't know, you tell me.
Oh boy. You do it.
I should remember who I'm voicing.
This is the first time I've come across anything like this. Ugh, again. Can we please remember Rise from the Ashes?
You see, Phoenix, this is what we call endgame.
Well, to be fair, again, this game was written before
Yeah,
Rise of the Ashes.
I know. In fact, I mentioned that too. Which again is a thing I'm glad they fixed in the 3DS trilogy. Since Rise of the Ashes is at this point clearly canon, since characters show up to the point where they're in Ace Attorney 6 and 4, and referenced in 5.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan.
Again,
I did
do
not
you
hit her,
have
that's
evidence?
bullshit, I did not hit him, I did not. Oh, hi Phoenix.
Help, please. Someone help me.
Do you have any evidence or not?
God dang.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court can't continue on like this, therefore I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
It always comes down to me.
Obviously.
I intend to do. What am I supposed to do? What am I
Fight
supposed
for
to
your
say?
friends.
Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Dr. Jovah?
Maybe.
Phoenix, stay true to the lawyer's disciplines that you are only just beginning to know.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there. Right? Come now! What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Your actions will have consequences.
Yeah, because if you actually press the not guilty one, Edgeworth will actually shun you and say how dare you, and yeah, he'll be disappointed with you. I must win in a complete acquittal, but I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that.
Well, Phoenix, to be fair, for all you know, she's just faking to try to manipulate you.
Yeah.
That too. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
I just want to make sure I'm absolutely certain on this. Sure, Mr. Ungard would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. I'd rather have 2 innocent people free than have an innocent person locked up. Is this how you want this trial to go?
But be quiet! How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
What?
What the hell?
Well, I tried to help.
Ugh.
Well, to be fair, Drebs, this fear of hers will be explained later.
That's enough!
Uh,
I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
Shut up!
so that,
The judge hates Adrian Andrews.
Such a shame.
what?
Oh, here we go. Huh?
I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However...
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's wrong, too.
He doesn't like what Edgeworth's about to do.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'll have time
I can
for that.
understand where you're coming from, yeah.
Oh, no. Play the scene, Jovah.
Since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Stop.
I said shut up! Mr. Edgeworth!
Miss Witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past.
Okay, so? I don't see what's so bad about this. In
He's
terms of,
psychologically torturing her.
Oh, that, yeah.
Well,
And all of this just to get on with his, theory. We know
Well-
it's true, but it's the theory he has.
for me, it's kind of a mixed match thing. It's like, well,
It's not a situation where the end justifies the means.
well, honestly, okay. Let me put it like this. Yeah, what Edgeworth's doing is very controversial here, although it does sadly happen in real life. However, Adrian Andrews is a woman who at this point has pretty much been fingered as manipulating the crime scene and trying to frame Matt Ungard, who as far as we know is innocent at this point. Normally, I'd say she deserves better than that, but considering that what she's done has kind of been crime after crime, I can see why Edgeworth would resort to that. Especially since
I
for
know,
a
but there
man's...
must be another way. Well, I guess
They're
for the
probably-
sake
Can you
of-
think? Can you think of other way too? Because I don't.
Not to mention the fact that it's a matter of life and death, literally.
any kind of evidence, new evidence that could get count as another way.
That's the thing, though. For all
David
we
fits
know,
the situations.
that's the thing, though. For all we know, Adrian Andrews may have forged that evidence too. And well, since this is obviously a matter of life and death scene, obviously Edgeworth chooses life, so he's gonna do whatever means in order to get her to say it.
Now, I'm in 2 minds about this myself, because even though morally I don't agree with it... Oh,
You see what I mean?
How can you be so cold?
okay, morally I don't agree with it. Like, I mean, this is a tactic that lawyers in actual courtrooms will jump to, like, the minute court starts. This isn't a last resort
That's
for real-life court.
And that's when you get down to the overall message of this entire turnabout. This turnabout has quite possibly the most gray matter topic ever, like, to what end should a lawyer do to find someone guilty or innocent?
But I will say that to do it in this way doesn't help a person who is clearly mentally unstable.
Yeah.
It
It's
can
probably
vary.
only going to make her feel worse.
Human psychology is a very delicate thing.
In this case, Edgeworth's using the fact that she does not want that secret revealed at all and is hinging on it, and it works. Basically,
I know. Okay, I know bringing all this out into the open will help her, but that was not the way to go about it.
yeah, ironically, this whole situation may actually be the most medicine for her to actually come out and be up about it. But yeah, it's still controversial. Me personally, I see the reasons for it, but by all means discuss it because it is a very double-edged sword. Anywho, confession time.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room.
Alright.
And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button.
Desecration of the dead and forging a crime scene.
Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
Stabbed the body with the knife? But why would you do that?
For the lols.
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
Judge.
He doesn't know yet. It might take this court a little while to understand, as usual, but this is the truth.
Goes away on a
The court
soul-searching
is not
holiday
used to the truth.
once, and now he thinks he's the shit.
Yeah.
The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him.
Great manager you got there, Matt.
Plus he's a terrible actor.
He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
Last time? So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Carita, in the chest with the knife. Post-death, of course.
Is this Cluedo now?
However, she didn't do it with murder in mind.
Because he was
Ironically,
already dead.
Yep, she did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime.
Banging on a desk?
If banging a
was
desk were a
awesome.
crime... What?! How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Keep looking, Phoenix.
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. And hurry up, we've got to deal with Miss Mopey over there. Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Judge.
Hold it!
Don't worry, Phoenix. We'll get you a Starbucks after the trial.
But you could tell from the state the room was in. There must have been a fight. Right? Are you telling the truth when you say you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck.
Did he know?
Yep, part of his outfit.
But that scarf was part of Diamond Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well.
The typical look like you're sleeping but you're really dead pose.
That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pull the juice.
Wake up. Wake up.
How thoughtful of you. Hold it! What is this plan you had?
Crashing this game with no survivors.
I knew right away the murderer was Matt.
You seem rather intent on that.
I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point into the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good.
Oh, come on, honey. EA is pure evil, and you don't see them trying to kill off Sony for revealing how lazy they are in comparison.
That's what I thought. I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
Oh boy, you are gonna be in trouble for that. So, the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button.
The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
Yes, audience, in case you're wondering, this is one of those things where you had to press all of them. That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him.
Well, you got that right.
Matt was napping with his costume on at the time.
She was looking at me while I was sleeping, dude?
Ew.
I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime.
Hold it! So you were the one to stab the victim with that knife.
Mm-hmm. It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did.
The Graham family do stuff like that all the time.
But at the time I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own.
Wow, we really are in Ghost Trick.
Wait. Jovah, did you say Graham family?
Graham.
Don't you mean the Daventry family?
You know, King Graham.
I know. Graham Daventry. It's the Daventry family, Jovah. Not Graham.
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 Graham Theft Auto.
So, you fought to rip one of the buttons off and then planted in Mr. Ungod's Akama. My bad.
Yeah. That's what I had planned.
Yeah.
But things never go that smoothly, do they?
You're telling me, dearie, I had a plan that went for 2 years and it got unwound in a matter of 3 days. Hold it! What is Demon Gant doing here? Oh, I am allowed to watch these occasionally. Having friends with the judge
Is Mia
helps.
channeling him now?
Actually, don't you mean Pearl?
Oh, yeah.
How Mia
Sorry,
channeling?
Mia's been around for way too long.
So you're telling me, sir, that Mia's channeling Damon Gant while Pearl is channeling Mia? Is this channel
If that's
ception?
possible.
Oh yeah, basically she was hounded by a lot of heart and some woman with a ray gun. That's Miss Oldbag for you. It reminds me, how did Oldbag ever get those time-traveling powers?
I already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once.
TMZ!
Next
on TMZ.
So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
Hold it! You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes. Juan wanted his costume and hold a press conference in it.
Nifty idea.
He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
Not so cool and nifty.
And what is this secret?
It's a secret.
It's a secret to everybody.
Including himself. That, I don't know.
Well, what good are you then?
Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume...
I love it how one part
secret,
page...
then they don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jovah.
Never mind.
Sorry. Then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case.
I was just saying, I love how at one point Paige was saying, can we have her as our assistant instead? And now he's saying, what good are you to us?
I absolutely do not want anyone to know about the costume.
The very
I think we've
moment
heard
you come
of
to
you.
me, I immediately turn against you.
Yep.
So after that, you went back to Mr. Ogard's room and planted the button.
Into Matt's Hakama? Yes.
Great Scott! I know this is heavy.
After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it in a bag.
And then...
Then I walked out of the hotel and got rid of it.
Did you now?
My word. What does all this mean?
Have you been listening?
Well, I listen as much as you're telling, I listen as much as you provide evidence.
Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it? The real criminal is Matt on guard.
What
There
I
you
mean?
go.
Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
And a weapon.
Yes,
Ooh.
just talk.
We
A
saw you
friendly
getting...
chat.
We saw you getting whipped
And
by
thus
her,
all the
Adrian.
fanfics were born.
Well-
She said that I should, under no circumstances, do what I had done.
Well, remember, dudes, we actually saw Francisco whip Adrian.
That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure.
Mighty
But
good that's
that
done,
didn't
you.
work out very well, did it, the bitch?
Yeah.
I had no choice but to believe in her words.
Oh.
Or she'd whack me, I don't know.
That wouldn't surprise me, actually.
Don't you see? I have no choice. Of course you have a choice. You could, like, not do it.
Your sister's a bitch, Edgeworth.
I know.
What this has done is clearly unlawful. And so is the prosecution. However,
Hey, I stayed
Shut up.
within the realms
Shut
of
up,
the
I'm talking.
law.
as long as her testimony stands,
Uh-oh.
we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Well, dandy. Ain't that dandy? No, it's not because I need an acquittal. Wait, Your Honor.
Shut up.
The defense still objection. Right? It's pointless.
Hey, it's a game show.
At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews
I
on anything.
actually wouldn't mind seeing these characters play that game.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. Now, let's find out how many people agree with me. The cross-examination of the witness is over, and so is today's trial. Couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
Jovah, please tell me you edited out what she did last time. Jovah?
Game over.
Yes.
Return
Yes, he
of.
did. Yes, he did.
Game over. Return of the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth, please take place with Sergeant Andre West for further questioning.
No. Can't hold it back anymore. Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for detention immediately. Now turn away and slam the door.
That's all. Court is adjourned for today.
Well, shit. Now what?
Also, I love the new hammer sound.
And a new sprite animation coming up.
Oh.
Oh.
The judge ran off.
Phoenix's breakdown animation. Today's trial. It's over.
Da 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 da. Da.
No.
Oh Maya. That's
No.
what we knew her, I guess.
Oh well, it's the circle of life, I guess.
What can you say? Circle life, circle death.
And I
You
didn't.
gotta get a Pedro, you gotta get a new waifu now.
Acquittal.
Don't worry, don't worry. I already have Athena, so I'm fine.
Okay.
Plus,
Well, it's literally like Doctor Who companions. They
Yeah,
come
don't
up
worry.
and go, and the Doctor still get laid.
yeah, don't worry. We'll get a magician to replace her.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you in the next part for whatever happens.